Good morning, this is Joyce, and it's Saturday morning, and I am so behind. It has been a really long week, but I am here this morning because it is time for another Saturday morning Challenge Your Friends, where Shanta and I challenge each other to do things and use things and just to be creative. And we usually try to do things that we love and things that we not so good at, and I know I've told you all this before. So when we were brainstorming and trying to come up with projects for things for future projects, it was like a light bulb went off. I have all of these markers. I have every type of marker you could think of, and I don't use them that much anymore. I used to use my Copics faithfully. I mean, I colored everything. I didn't make any albums or cards or anything that did not have colored images. And more recently, say in the last year or so, I just find that I don't color as much. So my coloring has kind of it's not as good as it used to be. It's not, I don't think it is, okay? I just don't think my blending and everything is as good as I used to do. But that's okay, because I plan to get back to it. So in searching for markers to use, I pulled out the Copics. Well, I ended up having to refill all of my skin color ones because they were dry. I have several that I need to buy refills for because I don't use them as much, so they will dry out. I've had my Copics since I started buying them in 2005, when I said I wasn't going to ever buy them, but I did. And I've got over 300, so you really need to check them. If you have them, you really need to check on them, and if they need to be refilled, because they will dry out. Nobody told me they dry out, but they will dry out. So I spent this morning filling all of my skin tone colors, and realized that I need to make a list because I have a couple other colors, like in my purples and lavenders and stuff. I have several that are drying out. I have a couple of my red ones are drying out because I used to use them a lot. So I need to go through my collection and buy refills for those that need them. So, but anyway, enough about that. When in looking for markers, and I looked up, and there was this box of aqua markers. Aqua markers are a water-based marker, and they're by Letraset. And I think this is a UK company. They were made in the UK. And back when I was on a lot of design teams and really creating every week, that's when I bought these. And I think I bought them because some of the ladies on the design team used them faithfully, and they were so good at them, and I thought, and they use them to watercolor. I'm almost sure that's what it was. So I bought 2 sets. And I think they were bought at Michael's. And like I said, this has been some time ago, but I think I bought them at Michael's, but I never used them. So today, last night, I thought I would play with them and, try to watercolor with them. And I have to tell you that I did 2 pieces that I used, and this is one. Very hard to blend. This is a stamp that I've had for a while and that I probably used once or twice, but I really like it. And what it says is, the magic of music warms the heart and soothes the soul. And I really like that. And I thought, well, I'll make this and I can do some cards just to say thinking of you or whatever. So that is what I'm going to do with that. So I will be definitely stamping some more and using those as my card fronts. And then just stamp thinking of you at the bottom. And I'll come back and show those. This morning is just about the coloring. But, it's a rough feel. If I'm going to use these, I need to use them on watercolor paper if you try to use them with watercolors. So that I wasn't happy with at all. And so then I tried using them with water, and yeah, not so much. Not really happy with it. I may add some glitter, you know, a glitter pen to the top of it and may be able to use it. But for me, I really wasn't crazy about that one either. So I need to do some research on these to see just how they're used. Either that or get rid of them, because they have not, I bought them, they've been up there for years and never used them. Okay, so then I pulled out my Copics, and yes, my coloring and blending is not quite as what I think about it, but this was the first one I did using my stamp, and I really like that. So I am going to make cards today using these, and like I said, I'm going to put Thinking of You on them. And hey, I like that one. It's better. And I used my Copic marker on that one. And then I stamped 2 more of the flower ones because I loved that flower. You know, I saw that somewhere. And yeah, my coloring, and with this image, the way the lines and stuff are, it's probably more for watercoloring. So I wasn't so worried about it. But I did 2, and yes, I'm going to use these for card fronts too. And I'm probably going to say Thinking of You, Miss You, or whatever, you know. And I'll cut them down some, and then I'll put a pink background behind it. And I'm going to make card fronts out of them. Like I said, my coloring isn't awesome at all, but it's not deadly. You know, nobody's going to look at it and say, ew. So those are some that I did. And I had stamps other stamps that I don't use and that I bought. Like when I went to the expo, I bought some rubbernecker stamps and I bought these too. And I thought I like pictures of women because I make cards for a lot of women, mostly women. Do very few men cards, so you know I had to have some stamps from there. And like I say, I hadn't used them, so I pulled them out to use them. And okay, this one I didn't color at all because of the way how much saturation and color there was, so I just took that one is just ink, so I did not color that. But then I liked this one, and she was able to take the color better. You know, she wasn't all highlighted and stuff, you know. So I did color her with my Copics, and I am going to cut her down, and I'm going, you know, cut it back and put a mat behind it. And I'm going to use that on a card, and it may say, "Hey gorgeous." I do have a stamp that says "Hey gorgeous." I have stamps that said "You are fabulous." And so I think this woman is fierce. I love that haircut. Could never wear mine like that, but I really love that haircut. And I think the red hair really makes it pop, and she's got the lips going on. So I am going to make a card out of that one also, and I'll come back to show them. And then this is a stamp. I bought it, and it was cute when I bought it. I've had it for years, and it says "I don't do mornings," and it's really quite the opposite of me because I love mornings. I function so much better between 5 and 3 o'clock than I do between 3 and 7 o'clock at night. You know, I am a morning person. I have always loved getting up. When the kids were young, I'd get up in the mornings, and I'm just jabbering. I need to get off of here. But yeah, so I do love mornings, but I really like that stamp, and so It's another one that's not really easy to color. You really don't have enough line space to do a lot of blending, so it's just kind of, yeah, okay. And she's trying to get that first cup of coffee in the morning. And I actually have that on my desk. I did a copy of it and hung it around my desk at work. But anyway, that is my marker mania for today. I will be back to show you the cards that I make. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to go by and check out Shanta, because she will have something totally fabulous to show you this morning. And we will be back soon with another Saturday Morning Challenge of Friends. I would like to say hello before I get off. Hi to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. And I'm trying to get out there and check out everybody's channels. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, thumbs, and become a subscriber if you aren't already. Thank you so much again. Bye.